lineage 1000 in India. Have you had any success so far? And if you would like to share the names of those owners.
Yeah, well, we have been successful placing lineages in India. The customers, unfortunately, they don't allow us to comment on that. And we comment as long as the customers allow us to comment. Just a comparison, for instance, on the Phenom, the first customers will be Envision and Aviators. They're very well-known companies working in charter business, their taxi business. But some customers, they prefer not to be commented. In terms of potential market, the lineage, of course, being a neutral large aircraft, we would like to sell the same amount as we sell Phenoms. But of course, the market is not that big when we're talking about an aircraft of close to $50 million. But when you look at the size of the cabin, the comfort it can provide, and an aircraft that can fly, for instance, Delhi to London non-stop, it really brings a lot of value. It's an E-jet reliability when you look from the platform that we have delivered more than 600 units worldwide, with an outstanding interior that can include, for instance, among many options, you can have a stateroom, you can have a bed, you can have a full size shower, have lounges, so you can have a working environment, a resting environment, you know, privacy, flexibility, operating again at very reliable aircraft, high dispatch reliability, made to fly a lot, at very low operating costs and very low emissions. So when we look at opportunities, of course, we are targeting a small group of business people in India, but some of them have already recognized the value of these aircraft and have placed orders. So we probably will see lineages coming to India, not so immediately, maybe in a couple of years' time, at least. Yes.
Which of the jets are being offered in the segment of lineage 1000, and how lineage 1000 is different to that?
Okay. In terms of its cabin position, in terms of size, it compares to a ACJ or a BBJ.
Mm-hmm.
Compares, I mean, very well. I mean, it's sometimes, depending on how you compare, maybe even longer than one or other. So in terms of comfort of cabins, is very big. In terms of technology, is no different. It's BBJ, ACJ are of course reliable and big aircraft and well-positioned aircraft that they come from the commercial platforms like the E-jets comes as well. And from the price positioning point, we believe we have a very big advantage. When you look at, let's say, a lineage complete, of course, depending on the options, you may change this price a little bit, but it's in the ballpark of $50 million US. So, and with 4,500 nautical miles range. So we believe we are well positioned, and that's why, you know, some customers are already paying attention to that.
Mm-hmm. Can you kindly elaborate on finance-centric offers and also after-sales support network of EMBRAER?
Okay. Starting by the customer support first. At the same time, we launched our vision in 2005 that we would be deploying our roadmap of products and investing on all these programs. We also recognize that customer support would be a key element of success for all this strategy and to fulfill this vision.
Absolutely.
So, on that purpose, we dedicated more than $100 million to develop a dedicated service network worldwide only for executive jets. This has been deployed and it is still ongoing project. So far we have around 40 authorized service centers around the world. In Asia we have now customer support in China, in Singapore and in India. We nominated EMBRAER in the beginning of the year. We are now close to announce a service center in Australia as well. And there will be more coming as long as this fleet is deployed. Because of course the customer will need support and we need to nominate these companies, or we have to invest sometimes when we decide to have a factory-owned service centers like we do have in Europe, North America and Latin America. But when we nominate them, there is a process of auditing, assessing capabilities, train the people, deploy parts and so on, well in advance before they start to work in our products. So that's why we also start to work with EMBRAER since the beginning of January, although phenoms are coming middle of next year. So that's just to show you how much importance we give to this subject. And it's a continuous thing. We are always looking at where it's needed, where the fleet is concentrating, and where it's needed to have a customer support facility. And also, we have to understand that depending on the kind of product, these customers, they fly not within India, they fly to Europe, they fly to US. So you have to have not only a local support,